Okay, we are back. Okay, yes, I can see you, Lydia. We did it. Thank you for coming back, everyone. Thank you so much. I've got Lydia.
Hi.
See, you're a pro. You're a pro now. It's
All
official.
I do is touch a button.
So sorry, just continue your. Actually, let's just wait a few minutes because I think people are slowly starting to join.
What was I
To join
saying?
us again. We
Oh,
were
okay.
talking about the bluest eye, and we were just talking about you being the writer for that project.
Okay.
And just in terms of, I was just saying that there's many a times where it's been the wrong pairing. And I think you were going to respond. You were going to respond to that, I think.
Um.
Or were you?
Oh. I'm with you now. Are we waiting? Or are we talking?
Let's go. Let's go
Oh,
for it. I think people are joining us, but I think that they
okay.
will soon catch up.
Um, so it was intended that this commission be a one-time thing. I was going
Mm.
to write the play. The young people of Chicago would see it, and then that would be it, because Toni Morrison doesn't really give the rights to her things. There was Beloved, and if you think about it,
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
that was before Nambi Kelly got to do jazz, right? Is that
yes.
what Nambi did? And
That's right. It was jazz. Yes.
if you think about, there's not much else, right? So
Hmm.
she was very clear that we were going to get to do this once, but then it was a hit, and I like to think, I like to hope that she read it and liked it. But on Christmas, I got a call from my agent and said, guess what? Toni Morrison has given you her blessing to let this play be in the world. And that was quite a Christmas. So
That's a huge
yeah,
gift. That's a huge Christmas
uh,
gift. Wow.
that Christmas
That is
gift.
remarkable. That is remarkable. And for those that may not have read Jazz, the adaptation by Nambi Kelly, definitely get your hands on that too.
I haven't yet. It's published, yes.
I
If is
believe that's
it,
a good question, actually. Is it published
I
yet? I
don't know.
don't know
Is
if it's
it
published. I don't
Zombie?
think it's
Yeah,
published.
yeah. It doesn't matter. We'll figure out how to read. I'll figure out how to read it. But yeah, I
Yeah, you know what it
we
is
grew
because I
up together.
think we've got our hands on it. So you know sometimes when you already have it in your library, you kind of assume that it's shared to the with the world. But you're so right. I don't know if it's published yet.
I hope so.
Um,
Yeah, now
okay.
we're young people in the theater in Chicago at the same time. So she's in my world of
Yeah,
people I love. Yeah,
yeah. She's a special playwright too. And I can't wait. I hope
bad
we can get her on
actor,
here.
a really good actor too.
Yeah, I mean, she's just brilliant, right? So in terms of the plays that you've written, we're asking everyone this, and actually it's such an interesting question to pose, and I'm always intrigued to hear the answer. But you spoke about the gift horse. We've spoken about the bluest eye, smart people, which is also a brilliant play of yours, and one of my absolute favorites, stick fly. Um, but who do you write for?
That's a really good question all the time. I think I write for me. I want to tell the stories that I know. Um, in my youth, I thought I had more answers than I do. And so I think that there was a sort of altruistic sense that I was putting into the world a thing that was missing. You know, I hadn't seen contemporary plays. I'm, oh no, I'm,
It's fine, just stay there. It will come back. There you go. It's fine. You're back with us.
okay, a lot of buffer. I hadn't seen on stage plays of diverse people in rooms together that weren't only about the, you know, the white man's foot on our neck. Like,
Mm.
that was interesting to me. The of race and privilege and access and lack of access and gender, those were all interesting to me. I thought I had something to say that I hadn't been seeing said on stages very much. That is not to say they weren't there, but I wasn't knowing how to find those before Google, you know? You couldn't just Google. So I've lost track of your question. Um,
So just who do you write for?
who do I write? So I felt I was giving something to Black actresses, really, more than anything. And
Mm.
I was writing for that. Um, I'm writing for everyone who will consume the work, but the people I want to have honored and I want affirmation from, and I want to be embraced by are Black people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And being the skinny girl on the playground who was proper talking, and being the skinny girl on the playground who was often the only Black girl, I had a not being Black enough chip on my shoulder because I didn't see images of Black people having the experiences that I was having. So to this day, I think the thing that scares me the most is being called out by my own people for not having done service, which is also why I'm not on Instagram and Facebook and all of that, because I don't really want to know if they don't like me.
Ignorance is bliss sometimes. I mean, that's definitely, and
Because
I doubt they would say that about you, to be honest with you, Lydia. I
right,
mean,
well,
I'd be, you know,
all I
that
can
would be absolutely absurd.
I can only do my best, and I understand about the power structures and the things we must all go through in this country. And I was taught well to know what to advocate for and to know what to push back against. And I've been fighting the good fight in the arenas in which I do, which sadly are all too often the more successful you are, wider and wider arenas. So I
Yeah,
often am the Black voice in rooms of powerful people, and I
yeah,
push back just as hard as I can.
yeah, yeah. Um, so in terms of young artists, young writers, we've got some writers that are actually tuned in here. Um, what would you like? What advice would you give them that they're starting out on their journey as a writer? Is there
To
any
write,
sort of advice that you would give them? Yeah, to be sort of a playwright. And I think what's so lovely about you is that you really talk about your integrity as a writer as well, right?
thank
In terms of the choices that you make, the responsibility that you shoulder, and also just in terms of who you actually write for. And I just sort of wonder, just in terms of like, what would you share to any writer or someone who's embarking on being a playwright?
I think to write, right? I do think that's important. I think to read everything you can get your hands on, to see as much theater as you can see, and it is accessible to you if you just know that it is. You can get into a thing. I remember when I saw Top Dog Underdog on Broadway. My then fiance and I walked into the theater, and they were like, "Oh, tickets are like 150 or whatever," which is a lot then. That might as well be like Hamilton tickets then. And
Mm,
and then they were like, "But we have $25 stand up in the back balcony tickets," and I was like, "Well, we'll take those." And then I walked up to the doorman and I was like, "Hey, I'm a theater person, and it's going to make me cry to stand in the back of the balcony. Is there any way I can use this ticket to see the play from where I'll be able to see it?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll hook you up." And I do think that if you know that you can see the thing, you can figure out how to see the thing. So see the thing. Around what you were asking about staying true to voice and keeping your values around what you're doing and what you're not doing. What I have learned in my old age is that, well, I just turned 50 in April, so I'm 51, so I'm feeling old. I know I'm not old, but
And looking
what I've
incredible,
learned is
by the way.
what. Thank you. What I have learned is that you can't get it right. We've all been so wounded by images of ourselves that are appropriated or misrepresented. We have so little access to stages and the ability to tell a range of stories. We're so beholden to white producers who want only the stories that they, and so it makes sense that we go into a theater a little bit of our stage, and then we don't see it the way we feel we're supposed to see it. Um, I used to be ruled by that. I used to really, really need for people to know how hard I was working to do it right, for my people to know that. As I've gotten older, I realize I can't keep everyone happy. I can only do what I was always doing and be true to my voice. And some of my choices will look whack to people whose politics disagree with mine or who make assumptions. You know, like when my plays were in smaller venues, when they're in smaller Black venues, seen by Black audiences, the implication of what they are is different than what happens when it's on Broadway in terms of how people receive it and what they think I'm doing and the perception of the work as a commercial commodity versus a critique of society and a place for my people that's small. It's really fascinating, but I would be naive if I didn't know that all of those things come into play, and I would drive myself crazy if I didn't know that all I can do is do the best that I can, and people will take it for what they are. But I completely understand when people are snarky or upset because we don't get enough of our stories told in enough different ways, and we're artificially sometimes rewarded in a system that wants to reward one person at a time, and as
Yeah.
soon as you're rewarded by people who are subjugating you, you're suspicious.
Yes.
I get that. I get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, um, which could lead to a whole conversation around critics, right, and who they are, and who actually gets to critique our work.
Well, we
But I
know.
want to, yeah, we know, and just in terms of the work, you know, there's still a lot more work to be done, right, in terms of like how we diversify, um, you know, those particular gatekeepers. But I want to move on. And thank you so much for your answer because it left me just, I'm sure everyone's kind of gone quiet on the chat because I think they're just so just intently just listening to you. um, I want to talk about, so as you know, for BTC Writers Room, the reason why we're doing this is to raise the awareness, to celebrate plays that that we call they sit beyond the canon, so beyond the sort of the traditional canons, the canons that we didn't create, but
The
the
ones
canons that so regularly
the ones that don't include us.
the ones that don't include us, exactly, yeah. So for this part, I'm always really excited about because after researching and reading so many different plays from playwrights around the world, I'm always constantly on the hunt for new plays and to be inspired by just so much. And so we're asking sort of every playwright that joins us for the BTC Writers Room to share 3 plays that they wish they would have read before they entered the professional industry. And we're not being specific in terms of timelines. So don't get caught up with that play wasn't it wasn't written just yet, but more just in terms of the plays that have inspired you, the plays that made you feel validated, or the plays that you know made you think about writing differently. So,
What
what are the 3 plays?
I can do this really easily. Wedding Band by Alice Childress. I
Yes,
didn't
and why?
she was I didn't know. I hadn't seen it. I hadn't read it. No one in the white systems educated me, said, here she is. And then I read it and I was like, oh, she was doing this thing that I presumptuously thought I had invented all along. Of course there were people doing it. She was supposed to have a play on Broadway, and they yanked it from her. The same way, you know, every time I wrote a play, that's gonna go to Broadway, and you know, there's not enough pie for, you know, that's just winning the lottery and the planets aligning, and yeah, you write a good play, but if it lands there, it's outside of yourself. But that she had gone through this journey, and that she was writing about themes and things that I felt I was so affirming, and doing it so well. They're just, her plays are beautiful. So there's Alice Childress, Wedding Band in particular. There's Audrey Kennedy. When I wrote a play called Voyeur de Venus, there was a scene in which there was an image of Black women in white dresses with blood at their crotch level. And it was not until like 10 years after reading that play that I read, what is the play that Audrey Kennedy wrote that, I can't think of it right now, but it has that image in it. And it was so sort of shattering to me that the things that I felt subjugated by and the way those things felt in my soul were no different from the way someone I admired had felt and processed and made art from decades and decades and decades before me. You know, those little things that remind you we just haven't come, that the things that traumatize Black women have stayed the things that traumatize Black women. So she also taught me, Audrey Kennedy, her plays. I didn't ever get to know her, which would have been nice, but her plays also taught me to trust a kind of storytelling that doesn't have to be explained and understood. It taught me also that I don't have to feel stupid to not understand a thing. I could just feel it. And she was the first person who wrote plays that were non-traditional, that I was like, oh, I get it now. I get it. It speaks to my feelings and my intellect only to the degree that my intellect can keep up. But if it can't, it's not the end of the world, because it did what it was supposed to do. So that was second. Third, I just have a rush of every Black playwright that we know and love. So I'm struggling with that. Oh, I know. Charles Smith, the playwright who who introduced me to first playwriting, wrote a play called Knock Me, that Chuck Smith directed at the Goodman, or maybe it was the Victory Gardens, that has played everywhere. Charles is one of those playwrights that is consistent and famous, and not an insanely successful playwright who's made a life for himself being a playwright and an educator. And Knock Me a Kiss, Du Bois, and it was a historical fiction. I can't remember well enough, but the production was so beautiful. And
I don't know that one. Knock Me a Kiss.
Yeah, look up Knock Me a Kiss by Charles Smith, and then look up everything by
Okay, fantastic. So just to recap, so for those people that have got their pens, can you just recap those three? So was you thinking of Funny House of the Negro by, was that the one that you was...
House of the Negro by Audrey Kennedy, and anything else that she wrote, and Alice Childress's Wedding Band, and Knock Me a Kiss by Charles Smith.
Okay, so definitely get your hands on those plays. Thank you so much, Lydia. Is there anything that you're working on now, or anything that you would like to share that we should be mindful of, or just for those people who are stocking up right now when it comes to their play libraries, their home play libraries, and also just looking out for something to watch potentially online?
Well, you know, there's Tony Stone, the play that I wrote most recently that in New York, and that's if we ever open the country up again, that's going to play in a lot of different places. It was about the first Black woman who played professional baseball, and she played with the Negro leagues, and it's a cast of 8 Black men and Tony Stone, and it's exciting to me to see that image on the stage. And a top secret thing, and a couple of television things, and that's it right now. I'm a slow
That's all
writer.
right.
You won't see anything of mine for a while.
Well, it gives them time to catch up. That's the way you look at it, right? So if you haven't read any of Lydia Diamond's plays, or if you've only read one or two, now's the time to stock up and read her full collection of works, and get more acquainted with her work while we wait for Tony Tone, which I can't wait. I'm so excited about
Tell
that. So we'll
about
definitely.
and thank you for doing this. This is an important show that you're doing, podcast that you're doing, and I am grateful that you asked me to participate. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. I know that you don't usually do social media, so we are like forever honored that you've
I'm
done
not
this for us.
stuff because I don't know how, but thank you.
Thank you, Lydia, and I look forward to seeing you
Let's please do.
soon.
We'll sit down
Yeah.
for one day and a hug.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Definitely, definitely. We're around. I think things are slowly starting to open up again. But when you feel comfortable, let's definitely meet up and have some brunch or something. That'd be
That'll be
great. All
take
right. Much love to you, Lydia. Okay, everybody stay on to win this anthology. So we're going to be giving away now. So if you
Wait,
are a
can I win
student,
the anthology? I want to win the anthology.
you want to win this anthology? You
I
haven't got this
have
on.
it
No,
all.
Lydia. You
I
have. I was
have
going
it
to say, of course,
already. I
of
have it.
course you have
Take
it.
care.
All
Can
right
I
then.
just
Thank
hang?
you so much,
Do I
Lydia.
just hang up to get away from?
I'll just, I can do it for you. That's absolutely fine. I can do it for you. But thank you so much. Let's get that date in the diary. Let's do brunch. And so much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
everything that you do. And I look forward to seeing you. Well, Reggie and I look forward to having lunch with you.
Thank you. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye, Lydia.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So, can't thank Lydia enough. She is just an amazing playwright, as you can hear, right? So there's loads of thank you, Lydia's. I don't know if you can see all of these thank yous that are scrolling up the page. But okay, so now's the chance to win this sort of the new American plays anthologies. It's a fantastic anthology to get your hands on. If you are a student or if you are on an artistic director's course and you'd like to get your hands on this play, this K anthology, do let me know. Oh, there's some really lovely comments, Lydia. I don't know if you can see these, but people saying that you are an incredible woman and that you are simply the best. So definitely, definitely. So who's here? Who's here? Let's see. I've got a feeling that it's going to be like there's going to be certain people that are going to just end up having all of our Beyond the Canon. So, guys, we need your help to spread the word. We need your help to spread the word and just to spread it as wide as possible because we want to make sure that we are helping an array of like different students. You're in the building, so I feel like Abraham is like put up like so many thumbs for this, okay? So basically, let's make sure that we just continue to share the work. It's really important that we give weight to what we're doing right now. I know that it's easy for us to get attracted to productions, but it should be just as interesting and just as valuable for you guys to actually get your hands on the actual material, so that you have these on your library, in your own home library, that you read them and that you share them, and that we can keep the legacy alive and we can preserve our legacy. So therefore, let me know. Okay, I'm going to go in live with somebody just now. So let me know if you are a student or if you're on an artistic training course. Let me know. Holla at your girl. Let me know if you want to win this anthology. We're giving it away now. We've just had a fantastic interview with Lydia Diamond, and a huge thanks to Ibrahim that came on and spoke to us about the action plans, the anti-racist action plans that have been created by the students at East 15. So let me know if there's any other students that are on that want to win this beautiful anthology. Let me know. I don't know why I'm singing lately. I can't sing to save my life, but I find myself singing at this moment. So let me know where the students are. I know, right, Bam? Where are your people? What's happening? What is happening? I can't believe this, right? We have got so many. We've got over 100 plays to give away. What we might end up doing is actually giving packages to student groups so that they can sort of rotate the plays amongst themselves, because it's really, truly important that we reach as many students as possible so that we're able to give these plays away. So you guys, it's not even to call it a giveaway just seems like it seems like the wrong word to use, to be honest with you, because really this is about your own sort of elevation, your own growth, your own development, but equally to inspire sort of new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of thinking about the world. Suzanne, have you got your thumb up to win this play? Have you got your thumb up to win this play? Let's see, who wants to win? Who wants to win this play? Put your thumb up, let me know. Sean, is that your thumb up, or are you just waving at me? I can't tell. Like, are you you letting me know that you want to win, or are you just going, hey Sim, how you doing? You right there? Okay, so tell me now. I'm just waiting for some comments. Oh, okay. All right. So let's see who who said both. You're just like both, Sim. And okay, so this is for students or anyone that's in in an academic artistic training course. Let me know. I can see more thumbs going up now, so this is really exciting. Student from Rada here, so excited to see you back in the building, third year. Okay, so we've got loads and loads of thumbs up in the air. I am going to just choose someone randomly. And remember, we've got like over 100 places to give away. So if you're here and your peers are not here, tell them to jump on. Every Wednesday, we're giving away plays. Come on, guys. Spread the word. Get it out there. I am going to go live with someone right now and let them know that they have won. I'm guessing to hold on a second. Let's do this. Let's do this. It's so exciting. Okay. So let's go here. I am picking somebody now. Okay, and this is going to be the person who wins this beautiful anthology. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Sean.
What's up, Sam? How are you doing?
What's going on?
I'm all right.
I'm good. How's life treating you?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, just back in the States. I got this thing that popped up. It said go beyond. It said Beyond the Canon wants you to go, ask you to go live. I was like, what? I don't know if that was you or if that was like something that it clicked on. So I have no idea if I just jumped on your thing.
Well, you just won this. You've just won the Matthew and book, so New American Plays. So you have
Oh,
won the anthology. So every
oh
Wednesday we're giving
yes.
away plays that have been written by POC writers, and we want people to expand their home libraries, really, right? And expand their knowledge of plays that are written by POC writers. So this is what we're doing every Wednesday.
That is amazing. Yeah, I've seen you guys like kind of pop up every week, and I'm like, oh man, I got to get on this and just check it out. But I finally had some time. I'm sitting down here. Thank you so
Right.
much.
No worries, no worries. So how do you intend to, do you know, I'm sure that you know most of these writers, but I may be making a huge assumption here. So you've got a plays by like Marcus Gardley, Young Jean Lee, Katori Hall, Christopher
Mm-hmm.
Shin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know most of these writers up in here?
I know a couple of them. Yeah, I know a couple of them. I've
Okay,
heard some of their work.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, amazing. Well, there you go. You've got your hands on the anthology.
Oh
Spread
my
the
God.
word. Take a
I will.
picture and let
Okay.
us know when it arrives.
I'm gonna take a little
Um,
screenshot. How about that? Is that all right if I take a little quick
Take a
screenshot and I post it?
yeah,
Here I go.
yeah.
Nice.
You got
It's good
that?
to see you, Sil.
Wicked to see you, Sean, man. It's so happy to see you. Thank you for showing us some love and support, with
Yes.
this. We're really trying to just reach out, spread the love, spread the work, and we believe that the legacy should be in our hands. It should be in our, it should be on our shelves. We should be sharing it with our family members as well as our peers. And that's why we're doing this. We're doing this to share love to as many people from the artistic world as possible.
Yes, and there's no better time than now for sure for us artistic folks in this work. So
Yeah,
thank you for what you're
that's
doing.
right. That's right. Well, look, you take care of yourself, Sean, and hopefully we'll
You
see
too,
you again
Sil.
next week, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Bye.
All right, then take care. Bye, Sean. Bye. Oh my God, I absolutely love doing this. I'm going to just bring Saru on now. Okay, so Sean got the pay this week. Sean got the pay this week. Definitely stay tuned. We've got like over 100 plays to give away. So definitely,
on.
I always get so excited. I feel
I
like
do.
doing the robot here, like.
I probably seem like I'm like a crazy person in my own home, kind of just like Sean. Yes, it's always so
Okay,
good when you see a face you recognize as well.
I know, right? It just makes you realize that how many students with and how many people we've just been like in contact with, and we've just had the just been blessed to work with, just been blessed to know, right, through the work that we're doing. So someone's asked, where can we buy? Want to contribute and spread the word? Okay, so
Yes.
basically, this one is a Bloomsbury. This is a Bloomsbury. It's been published by Bloomsbury publishers. So you get discounts. So if you go on our website, it's www.beyondthecanon.com. Bloomsbury giving a discount using the discount code BTC 2020. Obviously, that's Beyond the Canon. So BTC 2020, and it's under Matthew and Drama. So Bloomsbury is Matthew and Drama, for those who don't know that. And they also stock Oberon books too. So anybody who would prefer electronic versions of these books, and this is only for Bloomsbury stroke Matthew and Drama books, they're giving you 45% off ebooks, okay, when you use that code. If you want the print version, they're giving you 30%, but just be mindful of any books that are Oberon. They haven't yet, they're still in the process of creating sort of more ebook versions, so it's only on the printed material for Oberon books. However, where else have we got discounts, Rue?
Actually, with regards to supporting, first of all, we do have.
One minute. Before you go on, so I thought Siri was going to jump on what I was just saying. So Playwrights Canada Press and the other
Okay, you were giving me
organisations, but
that
I did. I thought you was with me. I thought you just left me high and dry.
I'll finish it.
So
I got this.
okay, go on then.
FireEyes Canada Press has got 25% off all their stock on their website. So if you go straight to their website, you'll be able to get 25% off absolutely everything. If you also go to www.beyondthecanon.com, if you go to BTC Writers Room, there are links all the way there, and Sims Top Shelf. There's links to these websites. There's links for all the previous giveaways that we've given away or shared, really. All the shares that we've done.
All the shares.
All the shares we've done. You'll be able to access those. I've made it easy for you, so I've created links so that you can go straight to the purchasing. Use these codes, guys. Use these codes. We want you to have these books. We really do, honestly.
And we're going to be looking to develop this. So the more sort of interest we get, the longer we can do this for. So like definitely just help us spread the word. Tell people about what we're doing. Tell them that you can win plays. And I've tried to ask for more anthologies than sort of single play text, but I have got a mixture of the two because I think that it's really important. Like, look how many plays you're getting.
Six plays in one. I mean.
There you go. So so every week, stay tuned. Anywhere else you can help support us. We're not getting paid for this. If you know anybody who wants to donate to the cause of what we're doing right now, please do check out our Just Giving. The link is being pinned down below. So if you know anybody that wants to support our cause and our endeavors, what we're asking for right now is primarily for us to post the plays out to people, and we thank everybody that's given today. So thank you so much for all of your love and support. Anything else that we're missing right now? Oh, so I should plug again my husband's play, which I'm directing. It opens today. It opens tonight. I don't know whether everyone's going to be awake to see it because
It's at
it's
1
7
a.m.,
o'clock.
folks. If you're in England like me, be up at 1
It's 1
a.m.
o'clock in the
like
morning.
me. Like me,
But
and it is
it's
there.
it's on Zoom. It's part of an online play festival that Black Lives, Black Words are doing, called Plays for the People. If you're interested in buying any tickets, it's just go to blacklivesblackwords.org.
Yeah.
And the play tonight is called Rideshare, and it's been inspired by the Uber driver. So definitely check it out. It's gonna be actually, I'm not gonna give anything away. I'm just gonna just leave that there. Leave that floating around. So if you are interested, it's not just for tonight. It runs up until it opens today and it runs up until Sunday. Same
It's
time every
actually
night.
really gorgeous, guys. It's an entire play season. It's beautiful. It's an entire play season. You've got these incredible PSC writers, and they're from all over the world. You've got some Africa in there. You've got some American in there. So yeah, definitely check it out, man. They created something truly sexy. So woohoo!
Yeah, so check it out. All the dates, everything's on the website. But yeah, Saru, is there anything else that we need to say? I feel
No,
like
just to thank you guys
so much has
again.
happened today.
Lydia Diamond, though, I swear.
Lydia Diamond.
Oh, she's
Oh,
so
she's got the perfect
wonderful.
name. She's
She
an
does.
absolute
It really
diamond.
does. Do you know, it's
I'm
always
sure she
so
gets that all the time.
inspirational to have these playwrights. Like, honestly, guys, you should see how Sim and I completely just geek out over these writers. We are
All the
absolutely
time.
smitten by them. So when we see them and when we're excited, honestly, we crave to share them with you because we love them so much. And oh, she's so spectacular, and you get to see why. Read her work,
Yeah.
guys. Like, really kind of just take advantage of the codes and come back next Wednesday and bring some
Yeah.
friends. And
Bring some friends. And also to say that I have seen there's some questions coming up in terms of, I think Gemma was asking about plays for certain age groups. We are working on that. So we're not sharing anything until we've actually have our list. And we will share it when it's ready. We'll share it when it's ready. But bear with us because we're talking to the specific schools and we're talking to drama schools as well. So just watch the space. There's going to be a lot more initiatives that are going to come out. We're going to come into fruition very, very soon that we'll launch. Wednesday Hump Day. Yeah. Yes. And if you have any questions for us in the interim, definitely just drop us a line. And yeah, stay tuned for next week. We're going to have many more plays to give away. I'm so excited. And also some writers that you may or may not have heard of as well. So definitely stay tuned, spread the word, spread the love, and we look forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
Take care, guys. All the very
Bye,
best.
guys.
Bye. Bye. Thank you, Saru. Bye.
No, thank you so much.